How does the saying go? Opinions are like arseholes, we've all got one. Well, I think there's a big element of truth in that, and particularly if you're somebody, a filmmaker, a content creator or creative director who's going through a divorce right now or a separation, and friends and family will have judgments, will have their opinions. There's just, what can you do about that? Once the separation is decided, once you're in this process of divorce, it's almost like your friends and family get cut down the middle, and each of them have their own opinion of what's going on. In this video, I'm going to talk about the way to navigate that, how you can retain your sense of identity and integrity while all of this is going on. Because for me, 8 years ago, as a filmmaker, for 30 years, but 8 years ago, I was going through a divorce with somebody I was married to for 17 years. And it was a tough time, guys. It was a time of real upset for me because I'd invested so much time and energy in this marriage, but I'd also at that point been working on my first documentary feature film that was coming up to maybe 5 or 6 years of working, and I'd kind of got lost in that entire process. That didn't help the marriage at the time either. That wasn't one of the main reasons, but it did contribute to it. And also 2 weeks after we decided to divorce, my father passed away, and literally the day after my father passed away was when I released this movie. And I had to go to the movie premiere in London. There were certain very close friends that I did tell about the divorce, but a lot of them I didn't until many months later because of the bereavement of what was going on in the family. But what I did notice, and there's something that I want to talk specifically about, is the opinion of others and how really to watch out for how that's going to affect you. Because when you're married for that length of time, like I was, there's so many people in your lives that cross over, from the friends of your wife to the friends of you, and particularly family members. And clearly, when they do find out that that's what's going on, there is upset, but there's also potential judgment, there's potential opinions of what's going on, and you have no control over them. So what can you do in a situation like that? Well, the biggest piece of advice I would give is that you just stay true to yourself. You're going to have your own reasons for why you're separating and why the relationship isn't working. And it really is up to you of how much of that you want to share with people close to you. It may be a amicable separation. It might be a really messy one. However, whatever it is, you can only stand in your own truth. You know how you feel and what decisions mean to you. And also this plays into your creativity as well. It plays into you as somebody who clearly is committed to the filmmaking process, is committed to telling stories. So the main advice I would give is not to tell a story, a fictional story about why the divorce and separation is happening, and almost like for you to step away and decide what you want to tell people, how much you want to tell them, and how you want to tell it. In a way, it's almost like you are constructing a different kind of story, one that isn't being played out on set, or isn't being played out in creative offices, or isn't being played out online. So it's really important that you create your own story of truth, of why it's happening, what it means to you, and also as much as you possibly can to stay in your feelings about it, to stay in integrity. And that's what really needs to be shared. And this can be very different from your spouse's. She may have her own reasons, she may have her own story, but really try and not to lean into what she's saying and what other people are saying and thinking, and just keep coming back to your own truth, keep coming back to your own story about why this is happening. And at the end of the day, what else can you do, guys? That is what matters to you. That's the truth. And there is potentially a temptation to elaborate or to badmouth the person, or to focus on the things that didn't work, to focus on the pain. But for however long you were married, I mean, for me it was 17 years, which was a long time, almost 2 decades of spending one's life together. And so the opinions of friends and family meant a lot to us. We actually held back from sharing the news with people, and in another video here I talk about what we did do and how we shared the news on social media. And that was something that we didn't plan to do, but when we did it, it had a big impact. So do check that out here. That I think could be of great use for you in terms of how you want to share that message, but this is more about the people close to you and what they're saying and what they're thinking. And I'd also suggest don't lean into that too much. Don't listen to too much hearsay. Don't focus too much on it, because you're dealing with enough, guys. You're dealing with enough of what's going on for you emotionally, mentally, creatively, financially. All of these things are coming at you at the same time. So my main piece of advice in this Master Your Midlife morning message here in the Tuscan hills, I'm actually on my second wedding anniversary. I'm someone that has moved so far on from where I was 8 years ago. I was lucky enough to find love again, to remarry, and to find new creative purpose in my life. And the whole reason I'm creating these videos is to share with you what I went through, the pitfalls, the things that went well, the things that didn't go so well, but really to help you navigate this painful and tumultuous time that you are going through. And the biggest thing not to do is to focus on other people's opinions and get drawn into that and be almost like be defending yourself. Don't justify your actions. Don't defend who you are. Don't talk, almost like be your own attorney of saying this is why it was to happen. You're going to have your own reasons. They're important to you. They're going to matter to you. And that's the most important thing I would suggest doing. Really focus on that story of why you've made that decision, and then decide how much of that you want to share with others, and do it if you can, do it in a compassionate, caring way that matters to you, that resonates for you truthfully. And people, again, are going to have their own judgments of that. But I found that really helped me. It helped me navigate that period of pain. And so I hope you found this short video useful. I hope you can find a way to find your truth from what's going on for you right now and share it in a way that means something to you. And also, this will come into use when you get into the legalities of the separation, whether you have children in the relationship and the marriage, and also the negotiation that has to come afterwards. That as long as you can stay true to that story, and that for you means something, it's what your truth is, that's going to help you navigate that whole process as well. So thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you found it useful. Thinking of you wherever you are. If you have any questions to me, please write them in the comments, and do check out this next video here where I talk about lifestyle and habits and things that may not be serving you in this moment right now, revolving around drink, potential recreational drugs, overeating. I know it's a hard time, guys, and these things can really draw on you, and they can take over you. They did me, and I'll talk specifically about that in this next video that you can see right here. But thanks for watching, guys. Love yourself, love movies, they'll love you back. Keep watching. See you again soon. Bye for now.